While PhotoBEIJING, President Xi Jinping put up a staunch defense of the ruling Communist Party, saying the country has witnessed earth-shaking changes under its leadership, amid strident criticism especially from the US that it pursued a totalitarian ideology. Commemorating the 75th anniversary of victory in the war of resistance against Japanese aggression on Thursday, Xi said Chinese people will not allow attempts by any individual or force to alienate them from the CPP. Any attempt to distort the history of the CPP or vilify its nature and objectives, to distort or change the path of socialism with Chinese characteristics, or to deny or vilify the Chinese people's great achievements in building socialism will also be resolutely opposed by the Chinese people, official media here quoted him as saying. Noting that the country has witnessed earth-shaking changes since the victory of the war of resistance against Japanese aggression, she said that the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation is ushering in a bright future, as China is nearly completing its goals in poverty alleviation and building a moderately prosperous society in early steps, the state-run media reported. Regarded as the most powerful leader heading the CPP, the military and the presidency with prospects of lifelong tenure in power, Xi in a veiled attack on the US said anyone and any force that tries to impose their will on China through bullying tactics and attempts to change the development path of the country won't be tolerated. Xi remarks come as China faces increasing political and economic pressure from the US, tension along its border with India and pushback from European countries and Southeast Asian nations over its economic and territorial ambitions. On the back foot, countering the global criticism of its initial handling of the coronavirus pandemic, which rapidly spread to all over the world after emerging in Wuhan city, China is battling growing adversity from the US on all fronts. The US-China ties touched the lowest point when both the countries recently closed down their consulates in Houston and Chengdu. The Trump administration turned the heat on Beijing on the South China Sea, Tibet and Hong Kong, and a host of other issues. As Secretary Mike Pompeo last month alleged that Xi is a true believer in a bankrupt, totalitarian ideology, and the CPP fears the Chinese people's honest opinions more than any foe, and the US must also engage and empower the Chinese people. The US now projects the CPP as a major threat and has also announced a travel ban on some of its members entering America. Commenting on Xi's speech, Li Haidong, a professor at the Institute of International Relations at the China Foreign Affairs University, said it is the first time that China's top leader made comprehensive remarks of authority in the face of a series of groundless accusations and attacks on China, especially the constant smear campaign against the CPP. During World War I, the country achieved victory because of the leadership of the CPP and the power of the people, Li told the Global Times.